No, I listen to it all the time. I tell all my friends to smack it raw.
Following podcast contains mature content. The views and opinions expressed by the host are not necessarily those of the host. Listener discretion is advised. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the number one wrestling podcast on Pornhub, the Smackin It Raw Podcast. I am your host, the patron saint of podcasting, the quintessential stud muffin of podcasting, your own personal Joe Gertner, the Warden Matt Ritter, and I am here with my co-hosts this evening. Vince, unfortunately unable to make it. Probably back next week, but we have with us, as always, Miss Katie Kinzy Bebe, host of the She Lead Showcase, Inside the Mind of, Storytime with Miss Katie Kinzy Bebe, and eventually I'll remember to stop thinking in the crowd in that next spot.
Hey, it may make a comeback. We don't know.
And also, returning to the Smackin It Raw Podcast by personal demand and harassment via riddle through Twitter, but a good friend of the show from Powerbomb Jutsu, it's our boy Dom. Dom, how you been, man?
Oh, pretty good. Just being black and watching wrestling, you know.
Couldn't ask for anything better.
All right.
So Katie, what do you have for us on news and rumors?
It's mainly injuries because everybody's getting injured. We know Dakota Kai tore her ACL. Liv Morgan fucked up her shoulder. Jimmy Hayter also has a messed up shoulder. They're not disclosing how bad it is or anything. She is still having her match against Tony on Sunday.
Cody Rhodes has a broken arm and he's going to wrestle. Jimmy Hayter will be fine. Right.
Well, I mean, Cody Rhodes wrestled a Hell in a Cell match with a torn titty, so I think he's fine. He'll be okay. Mark Davis, one half of Aussie Open, is injured, and they had to relinquish both sets of their tag titles, which, I mean, that's kind of unfortunate because, they're part of the Great O'Con's United Empire, Matt.
100%.
But they are officially signed to All Elite. They did get the graphic after Kyle Fletcher had a match on Wednesday. And Mercedes Moné is injured. She fucked up her ankle in the match with Willow to determine the New Japan Pro Wrestling Women's Strong Champion. But Willow won. She's the inaugural champion. So congrats to her, obviously.
Can we talk about how fucking weird that discourse was on the internet with people being like, oh, Mercedes, she's so amazing. She went out of her way to change the call because she knew she was injured. Like, well, first off, if she knew she was injured, that's what she should fucking do. Like, right. You don't win. Yeah. Like, that's not anything noble. Like, that's just the right fucking thing to do. But like, like the anti-Mercedes people and then the like overly zealous, like super Mercedes fans drive me fucking insane.
I fucking hate both of them.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah. They're awful people. And like, say all you want, the title was made for Mercedes and a bunch of other bullshit. No, personally, I think this title was made exactly for Willow. It fits her aesthetic. It's the same colors that she would basically use in her Titantron and things like that. I think Willow 100% deserves this, and I'm really sick and tired of people just being like, oh, well, she only won it because Mercedes hurt, which is bullshit.
I agree. You want to talk about Charlie in news and rumors? Your good friend Charlie, who wears shirts with lies all over them, and then, no, you're not first. Nick was here first. Sorry, Will.
He's first on Twitch.
Yeah, you're first on Twitch.
Yeah, Charlie, whatever the fuck her last name is now, formerly known as Charlie Caruso. She's a hypocrite bitch, and she can suck my dick. That's yes. I'll just leave it like that.
Yeah, seen that bullshit she tweeted about like the gay rights and stuff, right?
She's pissed because Target, which everybody and their mother is just going on about Target showing a little bit of respect to the LGBTQ plus community. And she's like, oh, they're trying to take over, and all the bunch of shit she says. But then
indoctrinate children, blah 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 blah.
All that shit, yeah. And then immediately people were like, this her on Sonya's Pride float back when they were on Total Divas, and her wearing that shirt. It's like, don't be racist, homophobic, sexist,
transphobic, specifically on it.
All of the things, and you know what? Fuck her.
And then she was some of the things. Yeah.
Just because you couldn't get dick, bitch, doesn't mean shit. Don't be going saying shit like this.
Yeah, she wasn't getting no dick on Total Divas, so she was pissed.
Exactly.
Listen,
know
it's funny because you see a lot of white guys. Oh, it's so hard to be a white man in America. You guys who makes it uncomfortable to be a white man in America? Fucking white people. That's who makes it uncomfortable to be white in America, not anybody else. Because y'all are on top of Charlie, the TikToks I've seen of white dudes flipping shit and fucking Target and holding shit up. Do you support this satanic indoctrinate? Where the?
Oh man, I remember just burning Nikes and shit and ripping them in half. I'm like,
it's insane. Shooting fucking Budweiser cans because there's a rainbow on it. Get the fuck out of here. Grow the fuck up.
Just because you're not confident in your masculinity or sexuality doesn't mean you gotta take it on everybody else, motherfuckers.
Well, Will, I am happy to provide both of those for you. Boners and wrestling. That's what we're all about here at the Smackin It Raw Podcast.
Sex enhancements in wrestling. Sex skills in wrestling.
Sex skills in wrestling. Sex skills in wrestling. I need you to pick a bone for me with your co-host, because thinking that he was going to be on and then not letting me know he wasn't going to be on, I specifically tweeted that we talk about Impact because of him, because of how he is.
He loves Impact.
Now that you guys tune in, just so you know, probably no Impact because I don't fucking watch it. I was just expecting Daryl to be here.
Shit, me either. I don't watch it either.
Nobody watches
one
Impact.
thing that I cared about.
But I know PCO got his mouth stapled today, which was kind of crazy.
Trinity hit a rack attack.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's pretty much
hit a rack attack. PCO got his mouth stapled shut. That is your little bit of impact for this week.
And then Bully Ray slammed what's his name?
Scott Moore.
Yeah, through a table.
So is he
Flaming
still
table.
Flaming table?
I hear things. I don't watch it, but I hear things. I hear he's feuding with Tommy Dreamer, and it's the top feud in the company right now.
I don't know, but he looks like a retired meth addict trying to wrestle.
I mean, if I had lost Velvet Sky, I would too.
Yeah.
I don't know how. I don't know. Listen, as a fat man myself, I don't know how you fucked that. I don't know how you got it in the first place, but after you got it, I don't know how you fucked that up, Bully.
Yeah.
Look at him. You can tell.
My entire aesthetic of what I was attracted to growing up is everything that Velvet Sky still is, because she still looks like she lives in the early 2000s with the hair and the clothes, all of that. That's what I grew up like. That was beauty to me, right? And she's still holding on to that in 2023. I don't know how he fucked that up. I don't know how I got it. I don't know how I fucked it up.
Because he's Bully Ray and he sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. All right, let's get into what everyone is here for. If you are new to the Smackin It Raw Podcast, I don't know how you are by now, but if you are, we spit and swallow the week in wrestling every week here live on twitch.tv/Creation World. Once I pull that up, you'll see it at the bottom. Where if you guys have a Amazon Prime account, you guys have Twitch Gaming, or you have Prime Gaming, which you can link to your Twitch account, and you get a free sub every month. With that free sub, we would appreciate it if you threw it our way or any of your favorite Twitch streamers' ways. It costs you absolutely nothing. It helps out your favorite Twitch streamers, and it takes money out of Jeff Bezos' pocket because he sure as fuck doesn't need it. So why don't you throw it to one of us? If you don't want to do that, you can always go do youtube.com/Creation World, and it's free to do all of that shit. As me and Travis have been staying on the creation conversation, instead of hit the notification bell, flick the bean up there. and be notified every time we go live. You guys can like, you guys can subscribe, follow us, check out all of our content. We would appreciate it because we're not just the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub here on YouTube and Twitch, and then pornhub.com/model/creation world. But we are also the #1 news source for all that nerdish Monday through Friday. We are also the #1 horror podcast, which is coming tomorrow with me, Katie, and Reek, where we do some predictions for Scream 7. At least I'm going to tell you that until Reek. I mean, no, he's the one that set this up, so
we're speaking into existence. Yeah. It's going to happen, and if it doesn't, this is 1,000% on him.
Because there's been a lot of silence since this was decided, so
a lot of silence.
Got me a little anxious, but yeah, we do appreciate you and all your support and any continued support. Dom joined us for an episode of Return to Wrestling. You can go check that out. It only costs you $1. You get all the new episode that Travis and I just did for Halloween Havoc 1997 and the entire back catalog of that for $1, as well as Multiverse with Travis and Mara, where they go in and talk about DC animated movies and all things animated DC over there, and that entire back catalog. So for $1, you get 2 podcasts, new episodes every month, and the whole back catalog where you can come listen to me, Dom, and Travis talk WCW. I had Will on. I know we all love Will. You can listen to Will come talk WCW with us. I think I even had Pretty Kyle on, and I think those are the 3 special people in my heart that I allowed to come on that show, and that's it. So come check us out there. We would appreciate it. And now that I've plugged all that bullshit, let's spit or swallow. Dom, spit or swallow?
Let's see. I'm swallowing.
What are you swallowing?
Cody Rhodes getting his ass beat by Brock Lesnar. That was a good old ass whooping, man. Like, Cody oversold it, like as Cody Rhodes should, with the whole I broke my arm spot. But other thing I'm spitting is Orange Cassidy of the week.
Okay, all right. So I'm with you on the swallow. Brock attacks Cody as he arrives, smashes his arm with a beer keg because Cody's dick is bigger, and that's like the whole feud right now. Is Cody came out and said my dick's bigger than yours, and Brock got really angry and can't let it go. Adam Pearce declines to comment on Cody's status, whether or not he's a broken arm backstage. Then Brock comes out and he's like, "Listen, I'm going to prove my dick's bigger. I'm going to issue an open challenge since Cody can't fight, and I got the biggest dick in the locker room. If you think I don't, come out and fight me in Night of Champions." Cody comes out, arm in a sling, tries to fight off Brock, gets put in the Kimura, gets his arm even more broken than it already was, goes in the back, has a little bit of an emo moment, locks himself in the locker room, tells everyone, "Fuck off, leave me alone. I would have cried myself." Finally, Papa H comes in, sits down. He's like, "Listen, I know, that we've had our differences in the past, and, I know you want to fight, but, your arm's fucked up." And Cody's like, "I'm going to fuck what you say. I'm going to go out there and I'm going to fight, and you can't stop me. You didn't stop me from smashing the throne with a sledgehammer. You ain't stopping me from beating Brock's ass. You can't stop any of this shit." And he's like, "All right, I just won't book you to win a title. It's cool. Like, it is what it is." And, yeah, it is announced. We are still getting Cody versus Brock at Night of Champions with one-armed Cody Rhodes. It's going to be a one-armed man in an ass-kicking contest.
Yeah. It's like the scene in Monty Python where it just a flesh wound. He's missing like arms, legs. That's Cody Rhodes right now. 100%.
So Cody Rhodes, he's gonna show up with a cast and hit Brock in the face with it. Like some fucking what's his name? Bob Orton.
Bob Warden, or if you think back to my favorite wrestler of all time, The Undertaker, who also whooped Brock Lesnar's ass with the cast.
Oh, yes. The Hell in a Cell match?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Even though Undertaker technically has never beaten Brock Lesnar in a singles match, except for that one time that he got the cop-out win with the submission, even though he was pinned or tapped or something. I don't know. They did Undertaker real dirty against Brock every fucking time, and I fucking hate it. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Just remembering fondly people hitting Brock with casts in the past. You said you're spitting Orange Cassidy?
Yes.
Just in general, just his existence?
No, I don't know. I think I'm tired of him I don't know why. Like, something about Orange Cassidy matches is all the same now. It's like him getting his ass beat, then he comes back and he wins, and it's like, I'm tired of the shit. It should be like a pay-per-view match only, you know?
Well, he is.
Give him a second.
Everyone's belts.
There we go.
Everyone's belts are all sorts of fucked up right now, right? WWE, I'm going to talk about it like I have the last couple weeks, and until they fix it, I'm not going to stop fucking talking about it, so we'll get there.
Okay, what you talking about?
Their belts are fucked up. AEW, they've got a TV title that doesn't get defended every week on TV. They got an All-Atlantic Championship that sounds like, or it's not even All-Atlantic, it's the International Championship. That sounds like an Intercontinental title, that's used like a TV title, that was supposed to be a belt that got defended on the Indies, and not, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. Nobody knows what they're doing with titles anymore. Nobody knows what the fuck championships are, or what they matter, or what they mean. You've got 3 undeserving ass guys challenging the champion at Double or Nothing in a pillars match when they're not even really the pillars of the fucking. Anyway, I'm not getting into that.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot.
Anyway.
Breathe, Matt. Breathe.
Woofsa.
But yeah, no, I mean, Orange Cassidy's whole gimmick is he's tired too, Dom. You're tired of Orange Cassidy, and he's fucking tired as well. He's tired of going out there, getting his ass kicked and winning all these matches, and he's hoping somebody just comes and gives him a little nap, gives him a break.
Well,
he's not used to putting this much effort forward for anything.
He is a battle royal on Sunday. He can lose.
He
can just get tossed over.
Like casino, or it's like blackjack, black pepper, blackjack battle royal of the name.
Yeah, blackjack.
No, I like black pepper. We're gonna go with the black pepper battle royal.
Okay.
Is there anyone at all in that battle royal we want to see win that title?
Ricky Starks.
That we give a fuck about. Okay,
but it's weird because Ricky Starks is feuding with Bullet Club, Diet Elite, whatever. Great Value Bullet Club at home.
Bang, bang, friends.
Yes, so like they're feuding, but let's throw everybody in the battle royal. Like Swerve and Keith Lee's feuding, but let's throw them in the battle royal and not have a match.
I mean, is it fair to say? Oh, Kofi's here. What's up, Kofi? And Dolly Pool. Fuck, Marry, Kill, Jericho, Punk, Omega. Can I fuck and marry Punk and kill the other two? Is that an option?
I like Omega, Jericho, and Punk. They both is like co-ass niggas.
Listen, if I was being honest, I'd marry Punk. I'm from Chicago. I am still on the Punk train. It is what it is. Jericho, I'm kind of hoping that injury bug catches him instead of Cole this weekend. Kill Jericho, he can go. And then, I mean, Kenny was in the Golden Lovers, so I'm sure he knows how to give a blowjob. I'll fuck Omega. Like, I'm sure he sucked a dick before. He should be good at it.
You got to do what's it called too? Kota Ibushi too. The Golden Lovers, the Golden Triangle.
Kofi said this is the 4th podcast he's listened to where somebody's tired of Orange. I mean, Ricky Starks would be cool. You say Great Value Bullet Club. They're the only people in the Bullet Club I even know or give a fuck about. So, like, they are the Bullet Club to me. Like,
the Bullet Club is dead now, to be honest. They should just get rid of it. Like, they got, like, David Finlay is the leader now. I'm like, give a fuck about David Finlay.
But you got Rock Hard Juice Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
Based off the name, Rock Hard. Fan already. Also pulled Tony Storm, so respect there. They did their little thing this weekend, or this past weekend, together. Swiss cheese stays white. He's cool with me. Like, I don't have any. I like saying his name fucked up, but I don't have anything against him.
Okay.
I'm avoiding Sable because I'm not trying to get fucked up and my arm broken by Brock.
I will Brock Lesnar's ass, to be honest, though. But I'm just saying, I'll fold that motherfucker. I'll fold Brock for real. They can't fuck with me. Hit him right here in the stomach, right there.
Fuck Tori, marry Stacy.
Okay.
I think so.
Huh?
Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Bronson Reed versus Ricochet. I love kind of what they're doing with Bronson Reed right now. They're kind of just showcasing him as like this big man who can go and will destroy anybody. Poor Ricochet, just every single time. But like, it's a nice match. At least they're doing something with both of them right now, since titles are elsewhere and things. But yeah, I mean, I like the match. I'll swallow it.
Big nigga Bronson. It's pretty nice.
Matt, why are you even contemplating this?
Because I can't even answer that one. Like, I guess I'd marry Eric Bischoff, but the other two, I can't decide who to avoid.
Can I kill all three?
Yeah, well, that's an option too.
I don't know. I think Jim Cornette will call me the N-word because I think he's racist, so I couldn't marry him.
But are you into that though? Like during sex?
No.
Okay.
Don't fuck with the nigger dick. No, like no.
I was gonna say, people were into that shit. I didn't know if that was like a kink for you.
No, I'd be done. Like, yep, I'm done. Done. You gotta go.
A lot of wrestling, especially on Raw, isn't doing it for me.
I know.
Ricochet and Bronson in that side slot of things that are just not really tickling my fancy. It happened. It was cool, but didn't really blow my skirt up. I'm going to fuck it. Let's get into this. I said this to Katie on Tuesday. Do you know how hard it is? How hard WWE has to try to get me to spit fucking Shotzi Blackheart? Like,
they have to try very hard.
I love Shotzi Blackheart more than I love some of my fucking family members. Do you know how hard it is? Yet WWE found a fucking way, because not only did they put them with like the one person on the entire roster I didn't want her with,
that's a bad.
They also got her involved in all of this bullshit with the tag titles, where people from Raw are competing on SmackDown, people from SmackDown are showing up on Raw.
But that's the rule, though. Like, if the tag team titles are on both shows, and that's allowed, people can go over, though. But
that was the rule the last draft. None of that got established this draft. We didn't straighten out any of the championships. We didn't establish any fucking rules as to how these tag belts would work. They put the NXT Women's Championship on SmackDown and have them defended on SmackDown. So then logically you'd think that the women's tag titles, who were on Raw, drafted to Raw, would be the Raw women's tag titles. Like, none of it makes fucking sense. And then you still don't have to have a woman from SmackDown and a woman from Raw on a tag team to break your fucking brand split. You really don't. But they did it anyway.
That's WWE for you. They say something and they're like, hey, fuck you, we're going to do this anyway.
And I forgot that Shotzi, like, I was just going to gargle it because I was like, I hate to see Shotzi with Raquel, but, I'm happy to see Shotzi on my TV. I forgot Shotzi was on SmackDown. I was just excited that her music hit, and I got to watch her dive between another woman's legs onto two other women. That was a fun moment for me until it dawned on me where the fuck she's supposed to not be, which is on Raw. And then she brought Raquel to SmackDown, who wasn't supposed to be on SmackDown because she's a Raw superstar, who's having tag matches that aren't for the tag team titles on a show that she's not even fucking on, Dom. None of this makes me happy.
It doesn't make sense, though. But if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. So if it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense.
So yeah, I'm spitting Shotzi Blackheart, Raquel Gonzalez, the women's tag team titles, all of it.
Yeah, the women's tag team titles, I was say that they're cursed.
They're cursed. Like, it's uncanny how fucking cursed these tag titles are. We were petitioning for so long for women to get more titles. We got a few good runs in them, and then
looks like she's having a little bit of the issue I'm having.
What?
You're like, freezing up like I was.
You froze.
What?
Yeah, you're frozen. You like this.
Oh, not on my end.
I saw him moving, so I knew it wasn't me this time.
I don't like
You're frozen again right now. Right now, frozen.
I don't understand.
Yeah, the hackers get you.
Dom, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna Spit the tag team. I like Shotzi, just like you, but it doesn't make sense though. But Step W.
I love Shotzi. Like I would have bought Shotzi shit if I was a Shotzi fan when she was selling it. Like I love Shotzi that much. Like
yeah, I met her. She's pretty dope.
She seems cool as hell.
Yeah, she was. Like I was in
gorgeous.
a bar. She was right across from me. I was like, hey. She's like, hey. We waved and we talked and took a picture.
And here we are. They got me spitting Shotzi Blackheart for the first time. This is a monumentous, historic moment in Smackin' It Raw history. Speaking of monumentous, historic moments in Smackin' It Raw history, ladies and gentlemen. Why is it not doing it? Oh, well, I'll do this then. I have an announcement to make, ladies and gentlemen. Last week, I told you that we had a major announcement that was going to shake the foundation of the Smackin' It Raw podcast. And this week, I'm here to tell you the exact same thing. We have an announcement that is going to shake the foundation of the Smackin' It Raw podcast. And all you have to do is tune in next week to hear what that announcement is. We want to thank you for your support. We love you, everyone that's tuned in, watched us and everything. And trust me, I promise you that this is going to be worth it. With every bit of Tony Khan that I have inside me, you're not going to want to miss this announcement.
So you're buying a Matt Riddle 420 shirt?
That is never going to happen. That is never going to happen. Was he even on the show this week?
He got chopped by Gunter. Yeah, Gunter chopped.
I just completely ignored that whole match happened and kept that out of my notes because of that. Yeah, that's right.
Because he ruins everything.
He ruins everything. He really does. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm going to swallow the promos they've been doing with Seth talking about his journey to get to the title and how Roman's title reign hasn't been doing anything for anybody. The way they kind of presented it, because Seth has been doing other shit, I loved the presentation of it.
You paused there for a second. I didn't know if you were done yet. I wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting you off. Because
okay, well, I was just making sure I wasn't frozen.
You were, but we could still hear you. It only seems to happen every time you start talking. So
I don't know what's going on,
which is unfortunate. But I fuck with Seth. I want Seth to win that world heavyweight title. Don't get me wrong, I love AJ, but I feel like if it wasn't going to be Cody, that's Seth's belt. Despite the rumors that he's still filming MCU shit and blah blah blah, I think it's going to look fucking awesome on Seth Rollins, and can't wait to see what he does as champion. And hopefully after tomorrow night at Night of Champions, when we crown a new world heavyweight champion, we can start settling all the championship bullshit. Be fantastic.
Yeah, WWE gets a reset like Thanos snapping. It's going to be like the whole new universe of WWE tomorrow.
I'm going to spit Paul Heyman kicking off Raw because I said it last week. I don't give a fuck how many visitors passes you get. That should allow you backstage, not out in the ring doing no bullshit. He was drafted to SmackDown too. He was on that graphic with Solo and Roman. He is a SmackDown contracted person. He should be on fucking SmackDown, not on Raw opening up the show. He does leave when Sami and KO show up. And then, like Dom mentioned, we had a 6-man tag against Imperium. And I'm also spitting the fact that Matt Riddle still has a job. So.
He actually got matching tattoos with his porn star girlfriend a couple of days ago.
I wish you get matching jobs with her and get the fuck out of wrestling. He's already got his dick all over the internet. Why the fuck not? But yeah, 6-man tag happened.
Yeah, I'm going to swallow Gunter, the presentation on how he's presented on Raw. I fuck with it.
I mean, this is the most important the Intercontinental title has felt in a very, very, very long time. And a lot of that has to do with the man holding it and how they've been presenting him. So, yeah, no, I'm with you on that. That's a big swallow. However, it does look like we are headed to the inevitable one-on-one feud between that piece of shit Matt Riddle and Gunther, and I'm not looking forward to that at all.
No.
He better not be the one to dethrone him.
He's going to chop the cocaine out of Matt Riddle. He's going to chop him. Cocaine's going to fly all over the place, and PCP and crack and all the stuff is in the system.
Kind of like when he did his entrance and he jumped up and kicked the flip-flops off. It's just going to be all sorts of drugs flying out of flip-flops this time.
Yes.
I'm down with that. I realized I have an irrational just distaste for people who enter a wrestling ring without shoes on.
So like Marina Shafir?
I was just going to say, I watched Marina Shafir on Rampage in a rare weak moment where I had Rampage on and she was out there and I'm like, put on some shoes, you nasty motherfucker. And then Valhalla, same thing. Matt Riddle, same thing. Like, put on some goddamn shoes.
Solo doesn't wear shoes.
Yeah, but his feet are wrapped.
That's true.
He has some covering on his feet. Rusev also used to wrap his feet.
Until he broke his foot, I think.
Yeah, somebody stepped on it and broke his foot, and then he's like, fuck it, I better put on boots. Smart. Wish somebody would do that to Riddle, so I don't have to look at his nasty ass feet.
Gross.
Was that your swallow, or were you just tagging on, or you got another swallow for me, Dom?
Or no, that's it.
Okay. Katie, spit a swallow.
Hopefully I don't freeze again.
You've been good.
I literally had to pull it up out of curiosity. I'll swallow Balor Nakamura. I like I keep saying, I kind of like the presentation they're going with all of Judgment Day. And I think by SummerSlam, this iteration of Judgment Day will be completely different. Maybe Finn won't be in the group anymore, and he'll just kind of do his own thing, which I think he should do. But I liked the match, so yeah.
Who won that match?
Finn.
That's my problem, because we were doing so good with Shinsuke Nakamura. We were. He felt special. He felt like NXT Fit or Shinsuke again. I was happy, and then we got whatever the fuck Finn Balor is in the Judgment Day, beating him. I get he just had that match with Seth, but he's not in the title. Like, he's not in the championship picture right now. Like, I'm worried about what we're gonna do with Shinsuke.
It's still time, though.
He's not as bad as Karrion Kross, who just can't fucking buy a win with all of
he really
Scarlett's OnlyFans money that she still has in the bank. But did I swallow the Mandy and Paige Van Zandt thing last week, Katie?
No.
Okay. I want to swallow the fact that on OnlyFans and or Fan Time, depending on where you're subscribed, you were going to get a collaboration between AEW's Paige Van Zandt and former NXT Women's Champion Mandy Rose in all of their glory together.
Doing a lot of milking in that.
Dirty things. I can't
Milk
wait.
is milking.
Milk is milking. Love me a good glass of whole milk.
Me too.
What about you, Katie? Any thoughts on seeing Paige Van Zandt and Mandy Rose scissor?
It's gonna be a great time.
Gonna be a great time. I did get a DM from Paige Van Zandt on OnlyFans like a couple hours ago about, hey, for $70 you can watch my husband fuck me from behind or something. So like, she's doing some real shit on there.
Okay.
She's not fucking around.
Might hit her up.
I wasn't giving her $70 to watch it, but
yeah, I might give her $70.
I have the message.
I have the message.
Man, $70 kind of steep. I'm like,
yeah, it is. It was $69.99, which I appreciate. I appreciate the pun, but at the same time, could have just gone with the $69. I still wouldn't give it to you, but still.
Yeah.
Let you, Dom, spit or swallow.
Mandy Rose.
Oh, just in general.
Yeah,
you can spit or swallow Mandy Rose.
I'm swallowing the fuck out of that.
Or you could answer the question that's down here if you want. About people online saying Omega is better than peak Kurt Angle.
Nah, Perk Angle or peak Angle was a different beast.
He was.
Kurt Angle would shit on just about, except for maybe Chad Gable. Kurt Angle would shit on anyone, let alone Kenny Omega. Like, I've said this. I don't think Kenny's a bad wrestler. I don't see the hype behind him that everyone had around him when they were like, "Oh my God, he's the greatest wrestler in the world.
He's up there.
He's Canadian.
He's up there, top 5."
Not for me.
Okay.
Because I've seen him. Listen, here's my thing. And I don't know if you've heard me say this, but when you get into a company that you're an EVP in and you're running that shit and you're touted as the best bout machine, there is no reason why you shouldn't be the best bout machine in AEW. And I have not seen any of the bullshit that I have heard about this great and powerful Kenny Omega on AEW TV that I heard about when he was in New Japan. He has not been that guy.
Wait. Really?
What incredible matches has Kenny had? Like, incredible.
Him and Daniel Bryan?
It was good.
Him and Hangman Page? Him and Moxley? Him and
I won't give you Mox.
Him and the Viking again, the high flying guy.
Vikingo?
Yes.
Vikingo?
Yes.
They're good matches, but they didn't like. What? I wasn't blown away. I wasn't like, oh my God, this is some of the greatest shit I've ever seen. No, they were good matches. I'd say him and Daniel Bryan was probably the best one out of the group, and then I put Hangman Page. The Mox shit, it's not for me. It is what it is. Like, I enjoyed the cage match that they just had with Mox doing Mox shit and Kenny almost ripping a nut off on the cage. Like, but it wasn't anything that I was like, oh my God, this is a match. Like, it's not this 6-star classic bullshit that I've been hearing. That's what I'm talking about. Like, he has not blown my skirt up, and his character work in AEW is fucking horrendous. And that's what hooks me.
All about him. That's it. He can't talk, but he can.
And that's what hooks me. So, so can a lot of guys. Who was that guy that Bret Hart made? Tom McGee could wrestle his ass off against Bret Hart. Big whoop. Who the fuck's Tom McGee?
Bret Hart did that for him, though. It was Bret Hart. It wasn't Tom McGee, because Bret Hart's religion on our podcast 2 episodes ago.
I know. And Travis would appreciate that because Travis is still feuding with Young Kings Wrestling for talking shit about Bret Hart.
Yeah, Bret Hart's Jesus. And Bret Hart's Jesus.
So, Kurt's shitting on everybody.
But that'd be a dope ass match, though. Like peak Kurt Angle, yes, versus versus Kenny Omega, New Japan, yes, that'd be a dope ass match. It'd probably be an 8-star classic, maybe 9-star.
I mean, I wouldn't mind watching Kurt Angle wrap him up in an ankle lock and drag him around the ring a little bit and suplex his ass from pillar to post.
Hit him with the knee. That'd be a dope ass match. I might have that match tonight on the video game.
There you go. See, make it happen.
Yep. Kenny's winning though.
Why? Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow contract signing between Trish and Becky.
Yes.
Becky had 2 minutes, a mic, and no fucks.
Woof woof.
He barked like a dog. I was like, wow. That shit.
It was beautiful.
Trish, before all this, Trish comes up to Adam Pearce and she's like, hey, gingers are kind of feisty. Can we have a no-touch policy before our match? And Adam's like, yeah, sure, I guess, whatever. So then they do the contract signing. Becky is giving, even though she is back to being the man, little hint of big-time Beck's there.
Mm-hmm.
With the glasses and the attitude and everything, feet up on the table, all that. Mm-hmm. Trish tries her best to get under Becky's skin, but Becky's unfazed. Becky dishes it right back at her and clearly gets under Trish's skin. Drops a little woof woof at the end. Also, contender because of this for title for this week, Becky and Trish raw dogging.
Okay.
Hot MILF. Slays redhead.
We've done something like that in the past for Trish, so
we have
Got MILF. It was Got MILF.
It was Got MILF.
Yep, that was our title, Got MILF, because of Trish. So
yep, sounds about right.
But, I'm with you. I enjoyed that whole thing. I know our boy Warren is not a huge fan of contract signings, but I enjoyed the shit out of this one. My last thing from Raw, I'm gonna swallow Zoe Stark versus Candice LeRae because shout out to Triple H for actually getting, like, I understand it's Candice LeRae and it's not like she's got a whole lot of wins as is, but getting these NXT women that got called up some wins on the main roster, not burying them right off the bat. I'm down for that. So
no, 100%.
What is Zoe Stark's gimmick? Like, I always wonder, like, I was watching, like, what is her gimmick? Like, you're just like a strong face that whoops ass?
But she's not a face. She hasn't been a face for a little while.
No, so. I'm like, her face is strong. Like, she got strong facial features. So I was like,
yeah, pretty much just kind of a badass or an ass kicker. There's not much development to it yet, so we'll see what they get into with her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know TC likes her because she's from fucking Vegas, and that's all that really matters to him.
I like her finish.
I do like her finish. She's really good in the ring. Like, she is.
Yeah, she's dope.
But I am with you. As far as, like, getting into anything beyond where she's at right now, we need to start kind of developing who the fuck she is so we know who she is. And it's got to be more than just she's fun to watch in the ring.
Yeah.
This is WWE after all. It's not AEW where you can just be fun in the ring and win championships and people like
you. Omega.
Or Impact, because who the fuck is it?
Steve
Forgotten
Macklin.
Son? Yeah, the Forgotten Son is champion over there.
Yeah.
You got a fucking Funkasaurus down in NWA as champion, I believe, still.
Yes.
Spouting his bullshit on Fox News, and a Forgotten Son running shit over on Impact, and we wonder why nobody watches those shows. Dom, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna spit it.
Spit what?
Raw
in general. The whole thing.
It has some good moments, but I feel like sometimes it should be too long, you know?
Yeah.
Like, after a while, I'm like, yo, it's 9:00, and I feel like a lot happened in that time period. Like, god damn, we still got more.
Well, like I said, there's been a lot of wrestling that, I mean, I already banged through my Raw notes. There's been a lot of wrestling that I have not enjoyed, and it makes Raw feel even longer than it is at 3 hours because you're just kind of like, okay, here's Ricochet versus Bronson Reed. When's this going to be over? Are we going to do something? Like, what's going on?
Viking Raiders versus Alpha Academy, and it's like, I really don't care.
Well, I know Katie appreciates her.
I love Chad Gable.
All right, Chad Gable can go.
I don't mind the fact that we're still playing up the fact that Otis is like the sexiest man in professional wrestling and just gets bitches left and right. He went from Mandy to Maxine.
Mr. Bitches.
So, you know, I'm cool with that, but it's not, they're not really like, she's out there, she's rooting for him. It's not really going anywhere. Shout out to Mansoor for getting on Twitter and running his mouth at Maxine. Because who knows what the fuck's going to happen to Mansoor and Massey. Because they got dumped for Otis. So
Otis.
These women ain't loyal, man.
No, they are not. Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm going to swallow just the entire, the NXT Women's Tournament.
Okay.
I think I said last week, I had a feeling it wasn't going to be Cora Roxanne. And I wanted it to be Tiffany Lyra, and I was right. And that's all that matters.
I am with you on that. I agree. I really hope, like, I know everyone's all about Tiffany. She's got a way better moonsault than Charlotte Flair. I personally like Lyra, and I'd like to see Lyra win, but I'm partial to girls with dark hair. However, we had two matches on NXT. It was Cora losing to Lyra Valkyria, and then hitting her with the kendo stick after the match, getting stopped by officials. Speaking of hoes ain't loyal, the NXT crowd out there chanting one more time after she hit her with, Well,
they needed it, man. They're bipolar.
Mm-hmm. And then in our main event, Tiffany defeated Roxanne Perez. Lyra and Tiffany had a little stare down. And the poor Roxanne got stomped out by the mystery thick woman, in all black.
NXT
I think it's what's Bria?
Blair Davenport?
Yeah.
Are you okay with that, Katie?
No, but whatever.
What's wrong with Blair Davenport?
I don't like her. She sucks.
Like, she's just there, you know? She was like, used to bang Will Ospreay for a while, and then...
She's subpar in the ring. I don't want it to be her.
Okay. Are you saying that WWE missed out by hiring her instead of getting Jamie Hayter?
No, I kind of like I like Jamie in AEW, even though she's hurt right now. But as long as it's not the Crimson Chin, I really don't care.
Yeah, they could have got
because
racist
if
chin.
she rips that mask off and the first thing I see is a fucking chin jutting out of that motherfucker, I'm gonna be pissed.
Like Tessa Blanchard.
However, someone did make a very good point. There is no way Tessa's that thick. I mean, we haven't seen her in a while. She might have put some on, but there's no way she's that thick.
No.
I don't know. She's kind of thick though, but I hate Tessa.
Not that thick.
I mean, there are plenty of very pretty women out in the world that fuck things up. Like we talked about Charlie, gorgeous girl, fucking terrible person,
piece of shit.
I'm very curious as to see who this woman is. I really thought it was going to be more Cora and Roxanne. Cora coming out to stomp Roxanne and Jumper. That was my first thought. Is that we're still steering towards that because that's not really settled, and they both lost. So maybe we'll get like a singles match there. But I don't think that was Cora either. So interested to see who's just been wrecking all the women in the NXT locker room and taking them out. Soul's gone. Wendy Chu's gone. Takeda Lyons is gone. Roxanne's down. Nobody left. On my tangent of spitting. Oh, Vince is hi, Vince.
Hi, Vince.
You were. That is correct. Vince was the one that pointed out she's not thick enough to be the attacker. And your new tribal chief. I suppose we're talking about Jimmy Uso, our new tribal chief, because we'll get into that. I'm spitting the police. As the NWA said, fuck the police. All right, listen. My boy, Tony D'Angelo, Italian from Chicago, love him to death, being harassed, being interrogated, being framed without evidence by the police. They just come in and arrest him without providing any reason. They're like, hey, come here, talk to me real quick. Go out, come back. He's like, all right, can I go? Oh, no, you can't go. You're under arrest. Where's your fucking evidence? What did Tony do?
He's making crimes. He just committed a whole bunch of crimes.
Allegedly.
He threw two guys in a fucking water.
And where are they now? They're alive and well on Monday Night Raw. They're fine.
Nah, That's fine. Not a crime.
He just let them go for a swim. That's not illegal.
He did something else too. He did something else I can't think of.
I mean, no, he didn't.
No. And after illegally detaining the Don with no evidence whatsoever and accusing this man of shit, you got Stacks so pissed off that he's over there trying to make friends with the Creeds now. Creeds aren't having it. They're on their stone cold shit. DTA, don't trust anybody. We've been fucked over too many times. But he tried. He went out. He helped him out against Gallus. He's like, hey, I got your back. So like, no, we're good. He's out there.
But they appreciate it.
They did.
And they'll get first dibs at the tag titles if the Creeds win.
But yeah, no, fuck the police, including Dijak and his racist cop gimmick beating the shit out of Dragunov and all that shit. Yes, thank you. Hashtag free Tony, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag free Tony.
Nah, keep Tony.
Hey, listen, between that little shit you've been spouting on Twitter and this, I might not have you back on now.
Keep Tony in the jam, man. Keep him, man. The streets are safe. The streets
are not safe.
All right, Dom. What do you got for me? Spit or swallow?
I think I'm gonna swallow the Dijak and Ivan Dragunov. No, cause look at these two motherfuckers were beating each other up the whole fucking show. Like it was like on sight. Every time I see each other, jump on me, punch them. And at the end, it was they were brawling like after the show. I'm like, okay, I'm invested in that match.
I'm invested in watching Dragunov whoop Dijakovic's ass, but That's about it.
I'm a fan of Dijak, man.
You like racist cops? That's fucked up.
No, Dijak was like one of the first guests on our show, though. That's why I like him,
Okay. I get it. It's a gimmick.
Yeah. Like a Big Boss Man was a racist cop gimmick, and I didn't fuck with that. And he's a legit racist. He had like the Confederate flag tattooed on his arm.
He did get hung though, so
so he died for.
He paid for his crimes. Yeah, he died for his sins. Katie, spit or swallow.
I'm gonna swallow Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, for the sheer soundbite of JC Jane is a fake ass bitch.
Listen, all right. So much on the JC Jane is a fake ass bitch. Dude. On top of just the way Gigi looked on NXT, because god damn Gigi. She talked about overcoming struggles, to be betrayed by her best friend. Jason says Gigi was riding her coattails and she outgrew her. Gigi wants to end this now. JC isn't having it, so instead they're going to do it next week. And not only are they going to do it next week, but Gigi wants to get some toys involved. And I love a girl who loves her some toys. And speaking of girls who love toys and everyone else, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a word from our sponsors.
Let's spice things up in the bedroom. Then it's time to check out Adam and Eve. Because you see, Adam and Eve is the leading adult toy store that offers a wide range of products to help you explore your sexual desires. Whether you're looking for something to use solo or with a partner, they have everything you need to satisfy your cravings. From vibrators to lingerie, bondage gear to lubricants, AdamandEve.com has it all. And the best part, you can shop with confidence, knowing that all their products are of high quality and backed by a 100% satisfaction guarantee. That means whether you bought a dildo, sex swing, penis ring, vibrator, anal sex toy, bondage toy, couples toy, lube, or accessory, you can get a refund within 90 days if you're not 100% satisfied. No questions asked. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Adam and Eve is giving you 50% off almost any item on their website. That's right, 50% off. And if you act now, you'll also get free shipping. So go to adamandeve.creationworld.com and use the offer code erotica at checkout. That's erotica at adamandeve.creationworld.com for 50% off almost any item and free shipping. Don't wait. This offer won't last very long. The link is in the description. Attention dog lovers. Are you looking for high quality products to spoil your furry friend? Then you need to check out dog.com. Because you see, dog.com is the go-to online store for all your dog related needs. They offer a huge selection of dog food, treats, beds, and more. Plus, they have products for all types of dogs, from puppies to seniors and everything in between. And the best part, you can shop with confidence knowing that all their products are made with your dog's health and happiness in mind. Dog.com only stocks top-rated brands that you can trust, so you can rest easy knowing your dog is getting the best. And right now, as a special offer to our listeners, Dog.com is doing a big warehouse clearance sale. And all you have to do is go to dog.creationworld.com and you can get up to 80% off on all sorts of items like toys, treats, bones, harnesses, bowls, leashes, and anything else you can think of. So go to dog.creationworld.com and take advantage of this sale right now. Spoil your furry friend with the best products from dog.creationworld.com today. Link is in the description. Are you tired of feeling sluggish and unfocused throughout the day? Then it's time to try DUBBY, the ultimate energy source. DUBBY is a powerful clean energy drink that is designed to help you stay alert and focused no matter what life throws your way. Whether you're a student, a busy professional, an athlete, or especially a gamer, DUBBY can give you the boost you need to take on the day or the night. It also contains important aminos and vitamins that canned energy drinks simply don't have. And the best part, DUBBY is made with high quality ingredients and is completely sugar-free, maltodextrin-free, and is keto-friendly. So you can enjoy the energy boost without any of the crash, jitters, or angst that comes with traditional energy drinks. Simply mix DUBBY with water and you'll have a delicious, refreshing energy drink that can help you power through your entire day. And with a variety of flavors to choose from, including Galaxy Grenade, Beach and Peach, and Dragonade, you're sure to find one that you love. So go to dubby.creationworld.com and order your DUBBY today. And for a limited time, use code Creatia at checkout to get 10% off your order. That's Creatia at dubby.creationworld.com for 10% off. Try DUBBY today and feel the difference. The link is in the description.
See, Katie, I told you I'd find fun and unique ways to plug the ads.
You did great.
That was nice. Nice transition.
Listen, anytime I can talk about girls and toys, I've got a transition. It's not hard for me. Love me some girls, love me some toys. And our sponsors give you everything you need, whether it's in the bedroom, in front of your desk playing video games, or taking care of your furry friend. And I'm not talking about the one between your girlfriend's pants. I'm talking about your pet. We've got it all for you. I am going to swallow House of Black just being on Dynamite, getting a win over AR Fox and crew. Honestly, I didn't even really pay attention to the match. I don't even know who was with AR Fox. I just know AR Fox was there.
Blake Christian and Metalik.
Yeah, again, not important. AR Fox was there. He had two friends.
AR Fox is cool as fuck, though.
He is. That's why he's the only one in that I paid attention to. Was like, oh yeah.
Buddy won with Rhea's submission, and that's couple goals.
Yeah, that was dope. That was nice.
But I like the House Black Rules, or was it Black Rules, or was it House Rules?
House Rules.
Yeah.
By the way, listen, I like the Acclaimed, right? I'm cool with the Acclaimed, especially Anthony Poets. Anthony, listen, no amount of love I have for you will ever eclipse that I have for Malachi Black. So I can't have you out here saying House always wins, but never bet on Black. Always bet on Black.
Always.
That's right.
Always bet on Black. What the fuck you doing, Anthony?
Speaking of Anthony Bowens, he's actually selling jock straps.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Like,
With
is his
Fenty.
face on the jock strap? Like, what kind
No, he's modeling.
He's modeling jock straps.
Yes.
All right. Good for him.
They popped up on Twitter.
Yeah.
Blake is a D-bag. He stole our friend's girl.
Yeah, they keep talking about that. I don't know who it is.
So Blake Christian stole one of their friend's girlfriends.
But he got his girl stolen by Braun Breaker, though, and the dog.
Yeah.
And the dog.
Yeah, he did.
Like, you don't steal my girl and the dog? Like, you can steal my girl, but not the dog.
I love that our friends over at Rivet City Radio, Botch Spots and Chair Shots and all of that just have random heat with former NXT superstar that got fired, Blake Christian, while his girlfriend is getting fucked by Braun Breaker and hanging out on TV every week. Ex-girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, and she giving the big bad booty daddy some ass.
Big bad booty breaker.
Big bad booty nephew. Big bad booty nephew. Some ass.
Breaking that ass like he was breaking Carmelo's.
Yeah, I don't like the whole feud, man. He just walk in the barbershop, like, doing what he want. Like, come on now. You can't walk in a black barbershop and disrespect everybody in a barbershop without getting your ass beat. Like, You can't do that. Like,
don't matter how big you are.
No, like, you come my barbershop, my barber might shoot you and then you get jumped. Like, that's the rule. You never walk in a black barbershop and try to threaten nobody.
Is that your spit?
Yeah.
You're spitting Braun coming in and disrespecting the barbershop and nothing happening?
Yeah, it's like, come on. The niggas just looking at him like, yo, jump him. Shoot him.
Do something.
Knife. You just, sat in a barbershop chair too and talking shit like, oh, come on now.
He wouldn't be the first wrestler to get shanked.
Nope.
Jesus.
He grew up here. He used to be a local guy. Thinks he's hot stuff. Well, no one knows who he is now. Yeah, true.
Damn, they got beef.
Damn, we can jump him.
Katie, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow Roddy Daniel Garcia. Shitty little boots. Chopping dicks on TV as he should. I like the match. It was fun. After all the shenanigans were settled, from something else. But like Roddy and Danny. Hell yeah.
Shenanigans were settled from what else?
Oh, you know, a contract signing happened. Sabu showed up of all people.
I was like,
but it wasn't Bobby Fish, and that's all that matters.
Like, I was watching, and like, I'm half-ass watching. I look up, I'm like, fucking Sabu? Like, I thought he was dead.
Listen,
Jesus.
This is a spit. All right. A, Jericho didn't fall and stab himself with that stupid fucking spiked outfit, so that's a spit. But B, how the fuck are you going to debut every single person that comes to AEW by turning the fucking lights out, except for Sabu, the one person you should be turning the lights out for when he shows up? Like, the fuck was he? Sabu? Music played and he walked down the rampway?
Yeah.
Barely walked down the rampway, but he made his way down there.
Yeah,
Barely made it.
So, like, they hit this music, and then Jericho and them, they all looked in shock, like, oh my God, like, and Sabu was taking his old ass time, limping with the chair and shit, and it's like, you're still looking like, hurry up, this guy is like on borrowed time right now.
I'm assuming that's why they couldn't do the lights out, is because he couldn't make his way to the ring to be there to be like,
they could have did that, just kept the lights out and then had him underneath the ring, and then come up or some shit. I don't know.
His knees might be so bad he can't get under the ring. He wouldn't have been able to get up after he got out.
But this is a potential setup. Sabu versus Sting.
Sabu versus Sting. Mm-hmm. We may be worrying about Sabu versus Life Alert here pretty soon, judging from the way he was looking and how much his body is taken. So
it looks like melted ice cream.
Listen, I really hope he doesn't try an Arabian face buster or any of that dumb shit. Like,
I hope
just
he
throw
does.
chairs at people's face.
I think all he can do is that. Like, his body is so fucked up. It's like he can just only throw chairs.
I was going to say, it's AEW, though, so it'll probably hit a Canadian destroyer because, I mean, Ricky Morton did, so why not Sabu? It'll be an Arabian destroyer.
If Sabu did a Canadian destroyer, I'm going to lose my shit.
It'll be an Arabian destroyer because he'll do it off a chair. So he'll step up onto the chair, hop up and do it, and then they'll call it the Arabian destroyer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to swallow MJF cutting a promo on Vegas and talking about how shitty his three opponents are. Darby comes out and ruins everything by talking. He talks about all the fun stuff that he'd rather do than wrestle that AEW lets him do, like, you know, driving cars into roofs and hanging out with Tony Hawk and being on Jackass, and
he's gonna climb Mount Everest.
He's gonna climb out. Why do we give a fuck that Darby Allin is gonna climb Mount Everest? Why did MJF talk about it? Why did Darby talk? Like, why do we? Are they filming it? Is it gonna be like on a show that I'm not gonna fucking watch because it's fucking Darby Allin? Like,
apparently he's like writing a will in case he dies.
Might be on that Bill Grylls show, Man vs. Wild. Darby Allin.
Is it gonna happen? Wait,
I'm bullshitting.
Is he? Well, my wife loves that show, so I might actually get roped into watching that because she loves her some Bear Grylls. However, is he climbing Mount Everest in 2024 or 2023?
I don't know. I didn't fully look.
I need that because I may have, you know, a death pool that needs to be re-upped in 2024. And if this man's already writing a will and does some dumb white people shit already anyway, I might have to put him on as my wild card.
I'll figure it out and I'll let you know.
Because we got a wild card slot for people under the age of, I think, like 50 or 40. And last year for me was Matt Riddle, and this year it's Machine Gun Kelly. I was really hoping after Megan Fox left his ass that
I fucking hate Machine Gun Kelly. We're from the same city.
I'm just sensing a theme of it's just crazy white people.
Something like that. But no, I figured after Megan dumped him, like there was a chance he might be on, you know, you might need to call one of those the phone numbers that Katie displays on She Leads Showcase every week.
Don't wrap me into this.
I'm wrap you into what? I'm just saying, if you are feeling like you need someone to talk to, and Katie has a support number that you can call every week on the She Leads Showcase.
That's dope.
Yeah, I do. I have the suicide prevention hotline and the crisis text line always on screen and always in the description.
Exactly.
Mental health matters.
It does.
That's right. You guys can just DM me too, because like I'm actually a nurse. Believe it or not.
Like a mental health nurse, or just like
just a nurse, period.
Okay.
But I know a little bit of mental health aspect too.
Okay.
I was a social work major, so
yeah. So like, I should just DM you if I get like a really deep cut in my arm. You can help me like tourniquets and shit.
I got you.
Talk me through it. All right. I've been doing a lot of DIY around the house. You never know.
Okay. All right, just let me know.
Playing with Legos.
But MJF kicks Darby in the dick, which brings us back to my swallowing. Sammy comes in to chase him off. Jungle Boy attacks MJF on the ramp, picks up the Triple B. MJF is going to win this match. I don't even know why we're having it, but okay, cool. I got to see Darby kicked in the dick and MJF talk shit about his 3 opponents, so I'm happy.
Yeah. That's really it, yeah.
Dom, spit or swallow?
I'm going to swallow the Rico's Rebellion Kids promo against Elite.
Please elaborate.
Rico's Rebellion Kids. So Daniel Bryan, all them guys start acting up once Rico left. So when he left, they start whooping ass and start rebelling and start being badasses since their dad left.
Okay. I'm with you. We call them the BBC here. Katie loves her some BBC.
Nice. I don't know what did it stand for? I have no clue, but you know.
But yeah, no. So I'm with you and I'm not, because that led to something that I have a problem with. And as I put in my notes, the lack of separation of church and state by having the ROH tag team title match main event Dynamite when you have your own fucking Ring of Honor show. Why?
So yeah, me and Darrell was talking about that. None of that shit makes sense. They should separate that shit. There's no way in hell that the Ring of Honor shit should be on AEW TV defended, because like if the Ring of Honor champion loses on AEW, why the fuck do we care about Ring of Honor now at this point? They're getting their ass beat over here.
Yeah, why would I need to go and watch Ring of Honor when I can just watch them defend their titles on fucking Rampage or Dynamite? Like,
yep.
Why pay the money to go tune into that show? Why even care? And here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. See, now listen, you've heard it from the Smackin It Raw podcast. You've heard it from the She Elite Showcase. You've heard it now from Powerbomb Jutsu. Ring of Honor has no business being featured, especially championship matches, on AEW Dynamite. It doesn't, like, it makes no sense. There's no fucking reason for it. And this goes back to the theme of the beginning of the show, that nobody knows what the fuck to do with their titles anywhere.
What the fuck they're doing, period.
Right.
Fucking hate this place.
It's like it's weird though, but and then like the Elite, they come out and help them out, so it's cool. And so they protected the Ring of Honor champions. So
I'm not gonna lie to you, I am one Matt Riddle title win away from turning Smackin It Raw into a Raw recap show. And when I say Raw recap, I mean like old school Raw. Like every week we'll come on and cover like 1998 Monday Night Raw. Yeah,
like Stone Cold comes out,
exactly. Yeah, it's getting there.
No,
wrestling's really pissing me off.
But you're getting Collision.
I am getting Collision with Cash Money Punk. Can't wait.
Yeah, it's
Phil's gonna be there.
Too much wrestling, man, I think, at this point. But it's good.
Katie, spit or swallow?
Did I even take notes? I'm gonna I guess I'm gonna just gargle LA Knight, because like I didn't care about the match. But his promo afterwards with the Street Profits and LA Knight's just great on the mic. So like I swallow that, but like I spit the match. You know.
Did anyone hear like the weird bit of commentary where the Street Profits were coming down to the ring and Michael Cole said something like, maybe they'll come over here and talk to it, and it sounded like a clip from something you'd hear in a fucking 2K video game. Like,
that's exactly what it was.
What the fuck was that?
He was tired, I think.
That was weird as shit.
It was just a soundbite they played. He didn't even talk. It was just they hit a button.
It's the weirdest fucking thing. I mean, we're getting Montez versus LA Knight in a Money in the Bank qualifying match, right? That's a real thing. That's not just something I saw on the internet.
That's next week.
Yep. So I mean, I'm down for that. That'll be good. Montez is probably ready to whoop somebody's ass after Nick Cannon said he was trying to impregnate Bianca. So
Nick Cannon needs to stay away from every female ever.
I said it on Twitter. Montez better be careful because all Nick has to do is breathe in Bianca's direction. She's going to be pregnant.
He got too close.
That man is the most virile person on the fucking planet. Nick Cannon could fucking get someone pregnant with 2 condoms on his dick. Jesus Christ.
I mean, it's true.
Man.
I am going to swallow Taya Valkyrie defeating Lady Frost and then hitting her finish in Jade's face. Like I said, I did not like Frankie Monet in NXT. Mm-hmm. I was not feeling Taya at all. I felt like the in-ring was clunky and hard to watch, and the character was all right, but it was just... I feel like she's a lot smoother now in AEW than she was in NXT.
Well, yeah, but still not as smooth as she should be for the amount of years she's put in.
She was nice in Lucha Underground.
Fair enough. She was a lot younger in Lucha Underground, too.
Yeah.
She hadn't had John Morrison going all parkour on that pussy.
That's right.
It takes years off your life.
Doing backflips and shit and somersaults.
Like, when I see Taya Valkyrie and John Morrison, I think of Amy Schumer and Dolph Ziggler and what Amy Schumer said about fucking Dolph Ziggler. Sorry, did I just put the idea of Amy Schumer getting fucked by Dolph Ziggler in your head and now you can't get it out?
Oh, man.
I don't want that thought at like 1:30 in the morning. I don't want that.
I wonder if I can put pussy in the title.
No. I don't think you can.
I'll have to ask Travis. Because parkour and that pussy is also a really good title.
It is.
Especially if we make Mandy and wow, just blanked out on her name. Paige.
Paige, you go.
Mandy and Paige. The thumbnail. Parkour and that pussy.
I'll do a backflip in both of them.
See, there you go.
Maybe a shoot star press.
Katie, would you let them step on you simultaneously, or do they have to take turns?
So sick of the step on me thing. I shouldn't have said anything ever in my life. But yes, the answer is just yes.
Yes. Dom, spit or swallow?
I'm gonna swallow the FTR promo.
Are you into everything that's going on with Jay Lethal? How do you feel about Jeff Jarrett? That's what I want to know.
I fuck with Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett's been getting money since 1997, and like he's about that bag.
Mr. Get your check, like
Mr. Slapnuts is getting money. He's been getting a check everywhere he went. He hasn't been out with a job since '97.
I hate Jeff Jarrett.
Listen, he got fired from WWE, went to WCW, got fired from there. Fuck it, I'm gonna make my own company, be champion. Then go to AAA. Then go to AAA, get drunk and call shit. Go back to WWE.
Missed a step. You did miss a step. He went back to WWE.
Mm-hmm.
And then got fired again.
Yes.
Then went back out, and then fucked Dixie Carter and got her to start a company, or his dad did, one of the two, and he inherited that. Went back to WCW first, put them out of business, ran TNA until real. I'm sorry, what?
He didn't put him out of business. He broke 10,000 guitars, but the motherfucker never drew a dime. But
exactly how he almost put them out of business. Vince Russo put that man on top, put the belt on him, he never drew a dime.
Yes, it was bad though, but it's pretty funny though. Like going back watching it, like, yo, this motherfucker broke so many goddamn guitars on people's heads. Didn't make any sense, but it was entertaining.
Jeff Jarrett was in the NWO.
Yeah, the NWO
was running the NWO.
That NWO doesn't count.
Listen, if WWE NWO counts, then Black and Silver counts.
We don't count.
I'm sorry. What?
Yes, at the end of the run of WCW in the late 2000s or early 2000s, NWO Black and Silver was a thing, and Jeff Jarrett was pretty much running that shit with Bret Hart.
Bret Hart and the Harris brothers too. Oh my god!
What? I hate Jeff Jarrett. God damn it.
I love Jeff Jarrett, man.
I am getting fucking DP'd by Jeff Jarrett right now. He's on. Well, actually, I'm done. I just got done getting DP'd by Jeff Jarrett because I had to deal with him in 2023 and in 1997. But in 1997, his ass just got fired. So
I love seeing Jeff Jarrett on TV, man. He's the last of the Mohicans, man.
Maybe DP'd by Jeff Jarrett will be the title.
Oh, God.
DP by Slapnuts.
I mean, Kurt Angle's wife got DP'd by Jeff Jarrett, so why not?
Man. And she's a new woman now. Look at her. She's all happy and shit.
He also DP'd Mongo McMichael's wife. That's how this whole thing started that I'm watching in 1997. Listen, Mr. Keep a Jack is also kind of sort of Mr. Steal Your Girl. Like,
but the
as
promo
much as I hate the man on my TV.
But I fuck with the promo from FTR, though. They was talking shit about Jarrett and shit. And then, like, the Briscoe brother came, slapped everybody, mugged Karen Angle, mugged Jarrett, slapped Jay Lethal. That was pretty dope.
I'm sick of this shit.
Mark, aren't we all?
Just a tad bit, but I hope Jeff Jarrett wins on Sunday.
No.
I really hope so.
Stop.
I tweeted that, too. Like, I hope Jeff Jarrett wins. Like,
Stop.
Jeff Jarrett get a belt in 2023, I'm going to lose my fucking shit. Like,
I'm just going to be.
You just need to go on Young Kings Wrestling, and you and TC can just fucking do a
Y'all
whole
can
episode on Jeff
Y'all
Jarrett.
can have a ball.
oh, man, you got to wipe me on. I love bring my slap shirt.
It's crazy to me that we have 3 shows this weekend, 3 major shows this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
3 major shows this weekend. And the biggest, like, hot button issues that are going to set the internet wrestling community on fire are both around the fucking tag team titles. Like, the internet's going to lose their shit if Jeff Jarrett walks away as champion, and the internet's going to lose their shit if Roman Reigns walks away with tag team titles.
I need Jey Uso and Jimmy
That's a
to
win-win.
just pull up and this shit.
Katie, spit or swallow.
Well, I just brought him up. I'm going to swallow the fact that Jimmy, of all people, Mr. Nobody's bitch, said he's the tribal chief. And Paul Heyman's face, which is always the best part of anything Bloodline, was perfect. That whole thing was... They're doing it so well.
Well, let's talk about this. So we go backstage. Paul, even though Roman's sitting right the fuck there and could talk to his cousins, Paul's like, your tribal chief feels bad that you're not going to join us in Saudi Arabia, so he wants to make it up to you next week. And Jimmy is not having that shit. He's like, fuck this. He gets up. He's like, I'm out. And Roman's like, where you going? He goes, I'm out. Roman gets up, gets in this man's face, and says, in the most fucking romance novel, smut-esque fucking 50 Shades of Samoan voice I have ever heard in my life. 50 Shades of Samoan, also a possible title.
I'll write it down.
You are going to respect me, you are going to obey me, and you are going to acknowledge me.
Like, you told another man that you're gonna obey me. Like,
I'm not gonna listen. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna because Kate doesn't watch wrestling, so she don't know. So I might have to use that on her later this weekend. Just get right up in her. You're gonna respect me. You're gonna obey
like
me.
Hearing this in my
You're
ears.
gonna acknowledge me.
Please stop.
Then Roman, he also said, "I whooped your ass as a kid, and I'll whoop your ass today. Ain't nothing changed. Nothing new.
That's real cousin shit right there, man."
Now get out of my locker room. So the Usos leave. KO, Monday Night Raw superstar, doing the KO show on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
But they're tag team champs, and nothing ever got established, so whatever. It's supposed to be Roman and Solo coming out on the KO show.
Mm-hmm.
Paul Heyman comes out and he's like, your tribal chief doesn't come when called. He comes when he wants to come. So the Usos come out instead. KO then starts goading Jimmy a little bit. You know, he's like, listen, Sammy's been saying all this shit I haven't been about it, but fuck it. Yeah, you guys are all this. You guys are all that. Blah, 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 blah. You're also kind of Roman's bitches now. Jimmy's like, I ain't no bitch. I'm the tribal chief. As Katie said, oh, fuck. Paul's like, shit, why'd you do that? Shouldn't have said that. That wasn't good. No.
No thanks.
Roman comes out, gets in Jay's face. Jay didn't even do shit. Well, Jay kind of did shit. Like, Jimmy stepped up and he's like, I'm the tribal chief. And Jay's like, yeah. And he's like, oh, yeah. Okay. So Roman got in his face, and then he got in Jimmy's face. And see, Sammy, if you were smart, listen, like, I'm not supporting the Young King wrestling agenda that Sammy is the villain in this story. However, if you were smart, my friend, you would have just shut the fuck up and let shit happen. But no, you had to go, see, Roman, it's all your fault. The bloodline's falling apart because of you. You're the toxic one. And then Roman got in his face. Thank God KO was there. KO drops Roman with a stunner. The Usos start hitting Sammy and KO. They brawl all over. Sammy and KO take them out. Sammy gets a spike. KO gets a spike. Roman spears KO. And then the tension continues because Jay picks up 2 belts, hands them to Solo, no problem. Jimmy picks up 2 belts, and he's looking at those belts. And Roman's waiting. He's like, come on, give me. Come on.
Goddamn belts.
Give Daddy his titles. Come on.
Respect me. Obey me. Acknowledge me. Jimmy ain't having it. Jay goes over, grabs those belts, and Jimmy's still not letting go. Jay has to pry them out of Jimmy's hand and hand them over to Roman. Then Roman stands there with all 40 fucking titles in the WWE and his hand up, and Jay behind him, and Jimmy's just in the back like, no, I ain't fucking with this. I want nothing to do with this. I ain't about it.
So
Jay's like, come on, motherfucker. Like, what the fuck you doing? Because Jay knows. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I think Jay's becoming a whole ass nigga, man. He's scared.
He's got PTSD.
I'm like, he ain't the tribal nigga.
Remember Nobody's Bitch? How that was a thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's the biggest bitch right now, man. I'm like, yo.
That was Jimmy's. That was Jimmy's shirt, not Jay's.
That was Jimmy's shirt. Correct.
Yeah. And now he was kind of, being Roman's bitch. Now he's kind of standing up, being a little hesitant. He's still a bitch, but like, he don't want to be Roman's.
Sometimes you get to whoop your cousin ass real quick, like, just say, hey, cuz, I ain't no bitch. I have to whoop your ass.
I wonder what that was for. I just got a notification that I got charged $66.29 from the PlayStation Store. I'm going to have to see what that's about.
You bought the AEW game. That's what it is.
I did not buy the AEW game. I can tell you that right now.
That game's never coming out, by the way.
It's coming out. Yeah, it's coming out 29th.
It's going to get delayed.
Again.
It better not, because I think I bought it.
It'll be there in 2024 when it comes out.
All right. I am going to, because I've only got 2 things left from SmackDown.
That was my last one.
Oh, no, I already spit that. So I got one thing. One last thing to talk about. I'm spitting the fact that SmackDown superstar Raw Women's Champion Bianca Belair is a thing. Not because I have anything against Bianca. I fucking love Bianca. The fact that I have to say SmackDown superstar Raw Women's Champion, Raw superstar SmackDown Women's Champion Rhea Ripley, the fact that that is a thing, and they have not addressed it, they have not talked about it, they have not come forward with a plan to handle it. There has been no after night of champion. The fact that it is the Raw Women's Champion who is on SmackDown and the SmackDown Women's Champion who is on Raw, which is how we started the show and how we're going to end the show. Fucking spit.
Yeah, that is bad. Like, they should do the title swaps already. like it's been.
Just do it backstage. We don't even need to see it.
And the thing is, Bianca kept coming out and saying, as your Raw Women's Champion, as I'm like, rubbing it in. She's rubbing it in. It was driving me fucking crazy.
Well, I got one more spit. It's Karrion Kross.
You mean Karrion Loss?
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, man. Like, every time I watch him, it's like, it's something missing. It reminds me of like Mark Miro and Sable. It's like I'm more excited to see his wife than this motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And Mia Yim ran her out of the building, and then I stopped caring all the fuck together.
Yeah, it's like
exactly.
Her and beat him AJ Styles because like I like Karrion Kross, but something's missing. I don't know what it is.
Well, again, the fact that man can't buy a win to save his life. You can't get invested in a character who's like in the backstage. I am going to destroy and demolish whoever is on the back of this card, and then goes out and loses week after week after week to every card he pulls out of the fucking deck. Like, there's no way to get invested. There's no way. Every time he pulls a card out, it's like, oh, that's who's beating Karrion Kross this week. And how do you get excited for a person like that? You can't.
Yeah. Like, it was fun watching Baron Corbin lose. Because he's nice. Bum-ass Baron Corbin. Like, now, we don't care about Karrion Keith Kross. It's just what's it.
Yeah. Just loves throwing that extra K in there.
KKK Kross.
Katie, what was your favorite show you watched this week?
I'll be honest, like, none of them. This was a terrible go-home week for all of the things.
I'll say NXT probably had the best go-home show, so I'm going to go with NXT. What about you, Dom?
That might be the fairest thing.
I think I'm going to go with NXT. Raw was ass. SmackDown, I really didn't care.
Outside of Roman.
Yeah, besides Roman punking his cousins. Made them look like hoes.
50 Shades of Samoan.
That has to be the title.
That'll be the title. I'll make sure. I'll let Vince know when he makes it.
Yo.
So yeah, as per the Powerbomb Jutsu podcast, the She Leads Showcase podcast, and the Smackin It Raw podcast. Well, kind of the She Leads Showcase. I guess she just kind of conceded. NXT best show of the week. And if it's not an indication as to how shitty wrestling was this week, our episodes normally go about 2 hours, ladies and gentlemen. And here we are, because there was nothing worth talking about this week. And it is the go-home show for Night of Champions, Double or Nothing, and whatever fucking NXT's
Battleground.
Yeah, see, it was the best go-home show, and I don't even know the name of the fucking pay-per-view.
Doing amazing, sweetie.
I can't tell you this, though. I will be watching NXT over AEW.
I will be watching both.
I'll be watching both.
You paid for one of those. I'm not paying for one of those.
I'm only streaming one of them. Maybe both. Yeah. But hey.
And I will catch as much of Night of Champions as I can, seeing as I've got a party to go to at 3, and it probably won't be over by the time I have
Night of Champions?
Night of Day of Champions.
Afternoon of Champions.
Afternoon of Champions. Yes.
Nap of Champions. With the NOC. Dom, please tell everyone about Powerbomb Jutsu, where they can find you and listen to you and all that fun shit.
So we're on Apple Podcasts, Stitch, what else? Spotify, anywhere. Our new episode drop is called Dom Drops the N-Bomb, which is a crazy ass title. And then follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and that's it.
Katie?
You can follow me on Twitter at KatieRasson13, link dream about to take out, link She Leads Showcase, twitch.tv/She Leads Showcase, typically Thursday, 6 p.m. Eastern, youtube.com/She Leads Showcase. Watch the videos because they're way more entertaining. Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts if you want to listen. She Leads Showcase is the brand and the weekly show that I do. Inside the Mind is an interview series I do. We're not going to talk about it because it's been a month. I don't want to talk about it. But I am writing more. The House of Black piece is 1/4 done. I will get it done by Monday morning. That is a goal I'm making for myself. So stay tuned for that.
And as always, you can follow me on Twitter only at MattRose, at MTTRDDR, or at Getting Off. If you want to follow me for horror content, Katie and I talked about it. There will be a Getting Off more than likely tomorrow night, where we do predictions for what we want to see in Scream 7, who the killers are, so on and so forth. So come check that out with 3, if not 4 of the members of Core 4. Just, you're here. Are you going to show up? I haven't heard from you. So we'll find out about that. Also, Creation Conversation. Next week, we are taking Memorial Day off, so you can catch us Tuesday through Friday everywhere you can find this podcast there live at noon Central Time, 1 p.m. Eastern. Thank you guys for joining me, and I'm going to run the outro. Oh, this has been the #1 wrestling podcast on Pornhub.